Hey, what's up? I'm actually getting better from the jet lag. My girlfriend's been giving me melatonin and some other like sleeping products to help me sleep, and actually they've been working. But yeah, I got out of the movie theater. One movie I've been really wanting to see has been like Spider-Man, you know, the Spideyverse or whatever. Yeah, I saw the first one. I really liked it. The girlfriend didn't like it, so that's kind of like the reason why I by myself. I came to watch it on my own. I think the movie came out like a little before I went to Taiwan. So by the time I got back, and then me dealing with my jet lag and all this shit, I missed it on watching it on Dolby. That's why I prefer to watch movies, because they got the AMC like subscription plan thing. These movies like it has a killer soundtrack, you know, if you like that kind of like style of music. The visual design of the kid they went with this movie is just epic. I really like what they did. It's fun. It was actually a fun movie, right? Now, growing up, being a kid, I didn't really, I read comic books, but unfortunately I had to stop. Because it's one of those situations where your parents thought it was a waste of time, so they didn't really encourage you to continue reading books, kind of thing. But I remember being a kid, like I'll go through like the magazine section, and I'll like browse through all the Spider-Man comic books, and yeah, you know, a lot of Spider-Mans that appeared in this like movie, I had like an idea of who they are in a sense, you know, like all these different like versions of Spider-Man like they do in comic books, right? It's like same character but in a different time period or some weird shit. If there's one thing there's one thing I would like to do when I get older, when in the sense of like maybe retire, is actually make the time to read comic books. Since everything's digital, get myself a tablet or something like that and just read comic books on some sandy beach, minding my own fucking business, right? That'd be a goal when I get old. It's funny because like as I was like watching this movie, I'm all thinking, you know, I don't smoke pot. I actually don't like smoking weed. I don't like getting high, but I actually wish I would have got stoned before watching this damn movie. There was like so much visual fucking shit going on at the same time where like what am I getting stoned just to fucking like slow down a bit so I can, you know, take in everything. That's the cool thing about this movie. Like like I said, when I first saw the Spider-Man movie, like the visual style of it was really cool, and like they definitely like amped it up in this movie. Depending on like the environment, like the mood of the situation, like the background was of a certain color, or the background would be like almost like melting or moving or something weird. Yeah, it was visually entertaining. They did a very good job with this movie, right? As I was watching the movie, I guess the only complaint I had is one, I wish I would have watched this shit in Dolby, because in Dolby, you know, it has like really good sound system, you know, inside of those theaters, and like the chairs vibrate along with like the bass of the movie and shit like that, and like you know, like I said, this movie has a really good soundtrack, and like it would have sounded really good in Dolby. Another thing I didn't like, well again, this is my fault. Like the theater I was in, I was sharing like a wall next to like the Little Mermaid, so when something was going on where people were like, you know, quiet and like a serious moment was going on, I could actually hear like this, like a whole new world song being sung throughout the fucking walls. Oh, okay, and now, there was another part I could hear Ursula, you know, like, those poor unfortunate souls, yeah. I was like, God damn it. They had like a shitty thin walls. Yeah, like I said, I didn't catch it on time, so I didn't watch like the movie in Dolby like I wanted to, so I just watched it on one of the theaters in the back. Yeah, they weren't as important, right? It was funny. Now, even though like it was like a bunch of like visual entertainment and shit was going crazy, like actually it had a pretty good storyline, and like shit didn't make sense, right? I kind of like how they were creating like a multiverse with the comic books, all the Spider-Mans. I mean, I don't know, I guess like Marvel likes to go into that whole multiverse shit, so since Sony owns Spider-Man, they made their own multiverse in a way. They Spider-Mans. I know, interesting how they did that. But actually it worked. I think they did a good job with it. It definitely ended with a cliffhanger, you know? I was like, fuck. But it's okay, I'm not mad about it, because I wouldn't mind seeing another fucking 2-hour movie of this shit. I really liked it, it was good. But anyways, nothing much else I can say besides it's good, and like, yeah, I feel like that crazy visual style of like animation, where just like every fucking frame of the movie something different is happening, and yeah, you'll like this. There's a lot of good music out there that's current that, you know, I'm not familiar with, because I just unfortunately I don't make the time to listen to new music that much anymore. But yeah, actually the soundtrack of this movie is really good. I wouldn't mind like, you know, putting this on my playlist. I really liked it. But anyways, like I said, I'm still a little bit out of it because I'm like still recovering from the jet lag, but I'm definitely getting better, right? So if I look kind of out of it, it's mainly it. But no, actually, I'm glad I made the time to go watch this movie. Since I've been waking up early, I watched this movie like early as fuck. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning when I watch the movie. Right now it's gonna be 12. Yeah, the movie just ended, so yeah, I'm sitting in my car. About to head home and like relax for the rest of the day. Good movie. I suggest you watch it. All right, thanks for hanging out. Take care, peace.